The general election is coming up pretty soon. So today I'm going to look at 2016 polls versus 2020 polls in Biden versus Trump and then Hillary versus Trump to see if I can find some patterns. Unless one of the candidates dies, which at this point is unlikely, but due to both of their health, who honestly knows, the two candidates will be Joe Biden and Donald Trump. The significance of the pick of Joe Biden is that Joe Biden, just like Hillary Clinton, is part of the moderate wing of the party. However, unlike Clinton, he's relatively liked, he has a positive approval rating, and under the Obama administration, he was positively approved. When I go online and check out the news, I see a lot of people skeptic of polls. This is understandable, and in 2016, Trump surprisingly won the election despite being down in national polls. However, we have to remember that, first of all, he lost the popular vote, which was predicted, and second of all, polls had a very close race, and it ended up being a very close race. Hillary Clinton won big in cities and some suburbs, even winning more than Obama. However, Trump turned out white resentment vote and rural vote in such large numbers that the Electoral College gave him a victory despite losing the popular vote by 2 million. Trump won because of hate towards Hillary Clinton and because he ended up being the change candidate like Obama in 2008. The question is, can he turn out the same resentment towards Joe Biden? Unlike Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden is relatively liked among Democrats and Republicans. To learn more about the state of the race in 2020, it's important that we compare 2020 polls with 2016 polls, and that's what we're about to do. If we look at national polls around this time in 2016, Hillary Clinton did lead. However, she only had 45.3% of the vote to Trump's 39.4%. Biden's lead is much, much greater, and importantly, he gets above 50% at 51%. While both candidates are up from Democratic and Republican vote in 2016, Biden is way more up, at up 5.7%, which is significant. Biden's spread is about 4 points higher than Clinton's, at 10% higher than Trump compared to 6% higher than Trump. Now let's look at the more important swing states. The important thing is that while Clinton led by 1%, look at how many undecided voters there were. Again, both Democrat and Republican vote is up from 2016, but look at how close Biden is to 50%. This is much different from 2016. Biden is also up a whopping 7.8% from Clinton. Like in the national polls, not only is Biden closer to 50%, but he's also up 4 points on spread from Clinton in Arizona. So Biden is arguably stronger in Arizona. Now let's look at an important Midwestern state, Michigan. Clinton had a strong lead here of 8%. But noticeably, she is still about 4% below the 50% mark in Michigan. Different to this, Biden is above the 50% mark, which is very significant, and he's also up 4.2% from Clinton's vote in 2016. The spread is not that much different. Clinton having 8% over Trump and Biden having 9% over Trump. The big difference, again, is that Biden is above that 50% threshold, which Clinton never reached in Michigan. Finally, let's look at the frustratingly important state of Florida, where Clinton had only a 3% lead over Trump and was nowhere near that 50% threshold in 2016. Now, if we look at Biden versus Trump in Florida, not only does Biden have a much higher lead at about 7%, but he also is at 50%. He's at that threshold, and he's up way more than Trump is up in the state of Florida. Also, Biden is 7 points higher than Trump compared to Clinton being only 3 points higher than Trump. That's a 4% gain over Trump, which is important. The difference is that Biden is above that 50% threshold in a lot of places, or near it, which means I rate this race as likely Biden because of polling.